This is Le Mans Ultimate. It's a game that's been getting a lot of attention from content creators all across YouTube. So much so that I decided to put down iRacing for a bit and give it a proper go. And that's that has been a huge mistake. In this video, we'll take you around a GT3 daily race at Le Mans this week, but we're going to discuss the good and the bad of LMU to help you decide if it is the right sim for you. Let's get into it. So, we missed the start. I was messing around with the fuel. We missed the start, so that's good. But honestly, I qualified 11th, and I wasn't really interested in trying to mess around with all that anyway. This whole game is about safety rating. Your driver rank gets you in better lobbies, but it literally doesn't matter for the things that you can drive. And there's such a big discrepancy in like the driver rank and safety rank that I just don't really know if it matters much. This is my 6th or 7th race on LMU to this point. And there's some good and there's some bad about it. I've only driven the McLaren because it's free car. The McLaren, the Mustang, and the McLaren, the Mustang, and the Mercedes are all free. I've only driven the McLaren. I like the McLaren on iRacing, so that's the one I've used. There's some good and some bad to the game, and I'll talk about that kind of as we go.
Green flag, green flag.
Some of these guys are going here. I see, just don't hit me, please. Do not hit me. Oh my god, dude, seriously? Are you kidding me? That's LMU. That's literally the game. That's LMU. That's been my entire experience on this game. It's just people just run, and I know that this is, you know, rookies, right? The equivalent of rookies for LMU. But people just run through the back of you. I have never seen anything like it in any racing game that I've played. iRacing, Gran Turismo, Forza, I mean anything. Like, people just run through the back of you. And that's gonna kill my safety rating. Because this guy decided he just wanted to ram me. When we're not racing, everybody started from pit lane. Like, nobody who started from pit lane wants to race. Why? Why hit me like that? So that really has been my experience so far. I know that streamers and whoever get on here and talk about how great it is and how much they love it and everything. And people complain about getting out of rookies on iRacing, and people complain about getting out of rookies on here, and the response is like, you know, get good, whatever, right? And there is some of that. to be had. But for me, every accident I've had on this game has been that. I very rarely made a mistake that cost me. I'd won. There was one, a guy spun and I thought he was going to go outside of the track and he kind of stopped and I couldn't move in time. That was totally my fault. And I can put that on screen here. You can see my stupidity. Everybody laugh at Nick. But most of it is just people just ram through the back of you. And there's nothing you can really do when people do that. You just have to deal with it. Really sorry my cat jumped on the keyboard. I don't know if you're the guy that hit me, but thanks for that. So I've done 3 weeks of this game. I've done a week at Fuji. This is my first race I've done at Le Mans. I basically just jumped into this because I know Le Mans. I've driven GT3s on iRacing. I'm just kind of putzing around. I wasn't really that worried about it. And I drove, what did I drive last year? Oh, last week, Monza No Chicanes, which was an experience all to its own. Don't need that guy to hit me again. And I'm definitely not pushing. I feel like I could push harder for sure. One of my, another one of my sticks about this game, I guess, and I will get to some good stuff about this game, I promise, is the force feedback on this just seems kind of dead to me. Like, there's no detail in it. Like, the carts, and it could be I'm driving too slow, right? But it just feels like there's no like I don't have to, I'm not sawing at the wheel, I don't have to catch saves, like it just kind of seems dead. And like on cold tires, the only tires that seem cold are the fronts. Like you just slide off. Kind of like driving the GTPs in iRacing that everybody complains about. That everybody says the tires aren't realistic, which they may or may not be. I'm not a race car driver. That's how these drive to me, is it's just understeered. Like you can't, like inducing oversteer is a chore on this game. And I don't, again, there's probably some settings I can mess with to figure it out. I don't really know. There are some good things about this game that if you're gonna give the bad, you gotta give the good. The price point's fine. I will say that. You don't get a ton of content for like the free subscription. I'm just gonna let this guy go. Just go, buddy. Just go. Just go. Just go. Thanks for hitting me on the first lap. Appreciate you. You don't get a ton of content when you start out. You basically get the McLaren GT3, the Mercedes, and you get the Mustang, which a lot of people drive the Mustang. And you get some tracks. You get Spa, you get Le Mans, you get Bahrain, you get Fuji, and you get Monza. I think that's it. I think that's what you get for free. And so, you do have to buy stuff if you really want to get stuck into the game. I will say all of the rookie, or they call it bronze, it's bronze, silver, gold, and platinum, I think. all of the rookie stuff is free. So it's all free tracks and there's free cars that you can run. You can buy the other GT3s if you want. So there's the Lexus is in here, and then the Porsche, the Aston. There's some others, obviously. I'm just trying to stay on the track. I don't have any want to drive these cars. And one thing I don't like about this, and again, I do know iRacing is like this. This is a little bit hypocritical, and I've been on iRacing for a while now, so I have my A license and everything. I can drive whatever I want. For a game that's very niche, I guess, it's just WEC. That's what they have. They have an ELMS pack now, but it's just WEC. It's just hypercars, GT3s, and LMP2s, basically. There's LMP3s in here as well. You have to drive these GT3s for a long time before you can drive something else. Which is okay, I guess. But I'm not really interested in them because I don't really like the way they drive on this game. And I will say that I had to do quite a bit of work on my wheelbase to get the game to even do remotely what I wanted. The rotation it started me out on was weird. It was not what I have my wheelbase set to, so just go, man. I'm just not interested in racing anybody. After getting spun on the first lap. Another thing that I don't like is your safety rating is very tied to laps, like clean laps. iRacing, I like that they do corners, but this is laps. So like, if I run 12 clean laps at Monza, I get more points than if I run 4 laps at Le Mans. When in reality, they're about the same amount of corners that you would run. So that's a little frustrating. I don't like that. The driving standards are just not good. I mean, people just bang into you. And some of that has to do with the way the game is set up too. So like iRacing has the X system, right? So if you go off track, you get a 1X. If you make contact but nothing really happens, you get a 2. And if you destroy somebody, you get a 4. It seems like in this, all the contact is kind of the same. Like if you hit somebody or somebody hits you, you just lose a certain amount. And that kind of sucks. Like, I'm gonna get dinged for that dude spinning me around on lap 1. I get dinged pretty hard for it, actually. And I didn't do much to deserve getting destroyed safety rating wise, but I might not gain safety rating this race because some guy spun me around. And I just hate that. Like, it doesn't matter how many clean laps I run. Because that guy spun me around, I just have to deal with the fact that both getting reported. Good, love that. Also, the report system is not very good. I reported somebody in one of my last races for an incident and just never heard anything back. Like, not a successful, unsuccessful, just nothing. Like, just never heard anything back. And it's been over a week. And the dude just absolutely just took me out for no reason. like a Forza scenario. Race is going a lap longer than expected. I mean, I'm gonna run out of energy. Now, I've been told by a wise sim racer that I know that these cars will behave differently than the iRacing ones because these are actually Le Mans spec, and the other ones are GT3 spec. So these will be a little bit slower. I don't know if they're heavier. They feel heavier. Like I said, just like unresponsive, really. Like the force feedback isn't. I feel like when you're driving, like when you get on the gas in the GT3s and iRacing, I feel like you're constantly, like if you get on too heavy, you're kind of wiggling the wheel a little bit. On this, it's just resistance. Like there's no, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. And maybe somebody who's played LMU can explain it a little better than me. It just feels like there's no, like it's dead. Like it's either on, I guess the best way to put it is it feels like it's either on or off. Like there's either resistance or there's not. Like there's no like, I can't feel if the wheels are slipping away. I can't feel if the traction control's activated. You're just kind of, it's either heavy or it's not heavy. And I just don't like it, really. I want to continue to play it, because I keep hearing about how good the experience is in the prototypes. So I want to play it to the point where I get to the prototypes, but you have to do this to get there. You basically just have to putz yourself around for however long to make it happen. And I don't know. I don't know how interested I am in that. You know, as somebody who does, I don't get, you know, I'm old, no hair, right? Like I have a kid. I don't really have, when I have time to race, I want to race, and I want to race something I want to do. You know what I mean? And this is kind of a, there's a goal, but it kind of just feels like a time waste to me. Like you're incentivized to not race. Unless your goal is to race GT3s, then you can just hang out and do this. But you're incentivized to not race. Like I'm gonna come in 13th in this. I think there was 20 people that were in the split total. I didn't do anything. I mean, I wasn't really around anybody. I didn't race anybody. You saw the people that were coming by me. I'm not gonna lose much driver rating in this because there's people that crashed out that drive like idiots. And I'm gonna gain a bunch of safety rating, but I didn't do anything. Like I just kind of drove around at the back. And this is kind of at least the initial Le Mans Ultimate experience, which to me isn't very good. And if you don't want to pit people in prototypes to start, I understand, I guess, but you don't have enough content. It's basically just a GT3 simulator. And GT3s are fine. Like they're fine. I mean, heck, I'm in a GT3 league now in iRacing. But it's not, unless you just really love GT3s, you have to drive them for a long time before you get to do something else. And that just kind of sucks. But I mean, you see other people driving the prototypes. The prototypes look fun. They look like they're more... The hypercars, for sure, are more lively than the iRacing ones. There's definitely more to do. Like, I would like to do like a push lap here, but I don't really know the limits of the car compared to the iRacing GT3s, and there's no incentive. Like, there's no incentive to try and push the car at all, because this isn't what I want to do, right? I don't want to do GT3. And so my incentive is to do this. Drive by myself. Because when you're around, as you saw the first lap, when you're around people, they just hit you. And so your incentive is to basically start from the pit lane, let all the idiots crash each other, and then do enough races to where you get to drive prototypes if that's what you want to do. I don't know. I know it's basically turned into me doing a video about Le Mans Ultimate, but everybody's doing Le Mans Ultimate videos right now. So a lot of people are talking about it. I wanted to give it a go. I really wanted to like it. And if you are somebody who cannot afford iRacing, right? iRacing is expensive. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. If you can't afford iRacing, like, I get it, dude. Every track is $15. Every car is $12. There's a subscription every month or every year, every 2 years, however you set it out. Like, it's an expensive game. Like, I get it, dude. And if you can't afford it, or you just do not want to spend that money, and what you want out of your sim racing journey is GT3s and hypercars and LMPs, this is a great game for that. Truly, like, it's a great game for that. If that's all that you aspire to, this game's great. If you want to do more than that, that's all they have in this. There's GT3s, there's LMP2s, and there's LMP3s, and there's hypercars. That's it. That's the game. That's what they have. There's GTEs in here too. But that's it. So you kind of have to make a decision on if that's what you want. You know, one of the things that I like about iRacing, and if you've watched my channel for any number of months, any length of time, you can, even if you haven't, even if you just kind of stumbled across this video, you can go through my channel and just scroll through the races I've done on iRacing. I like racing a lot of different stuff. I'll race open wheelers, I'll race sports cars, I'll race hypercars, I'll race GT3s, I'll race Porsche Cup, I'll race IndyCar, NXT, oval, road. Like, I like doing all kinds of stuff. And this game is not going to give you that. So if that's the experience you want, this is not going to be the game for you. Or it could be if it fills a gap, right? Like, if you're somebody that, like, loves the F1 cars in Assetto Corsa, right? Like, you love the modded F1 stuff in Assetto Corsa. This would fill an online gap for you that maybe you don't have in that game. Because they do have matchmaking. There's only 6 races an hour of varying degrees. So you get forced into lobbies, and so there's full lobbies all the time, which is good. And kind of what you want. All right, so that's going to be the end of this. I'm going to come home in 13th. We'll get out of here. Let's take a look at how we did in this one for the safety rating and the driver rating. All right, so here's how it shakes out. Kind of like I said, basically, I got a little bit of driver rank taken away because I was expected to finish 7th apparently. I don't really care about that. It doesn't matter. I ran 4 clean race laps and 2 clean quali laps, but I barely gained any safety rank because some dude ran through the back of me. So, like, and there's 4 levels of bronze, and I'm on the 2nd one. You have to go through 0123. So you can decide if this is something that's worth it for you. It's very time consuming. There's a lot that goes into it as far as your time goes. If you don't like GT3 cars, I'll be honest, I don't know if I can recommend it, just from the amount of time that it's going to take you to get into something else. As mentioned, I've been on it for off and on for 3 weeks. That was my 7th race, and I'm not even close to getting out. So, and that accident that happened, those are the things that happen in this game. It's rookies, man. There's people driving cars that are too fast for them. They don't know how to drive. They run through the back of you, and you just kind of got to deal with it. Let me know down in the comments what you think of LMU. If you've played LMU, if you're going to play LMU. I don't know how much I'm going to continue with it. I don't know how much of it you're going to see on the channel, to be totally honest. If I keep grinding it and I get to prototypes, you might see some of those. But this is just not good racing, and it's not a good system. It incentivizes you to not race, basically, which kind of sucks. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the week. Putting this one out on Christmas week, so I hope you guys have a fantastic holiday, wherever it is, whatever you celebrate. And I will catch you guys on the next one. See you.